background. I think Ishita is typing. So she says she's fresher and she has completed her MCA. Yeah. The reason why I'm asking is like, so I can
Avi, your voice is not audible.
is it okay now?
Now it's okay. Now it's
Hello.
okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now it's okay.
Okay. So he's an undergrad in BTech, Surya Devara. Okay. Okay. I think I got uh, most of the responses. Like we are of mixed people. We have some are freshers and some have some IT experience and some are pursuing their graduation. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Yeah. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Avinash. I'm having 9 years of experience into IT. I worked with 3 different IT firms. Currently, I'm working with NCR as an AI technical consultant. So I started my career as a software developer in HCL Technologies. I worked for 3 years in HCL. I started as a Java developer. Then I moved into Python, machine learning. So I did some product engineering work in HCL. Then from HCL, I moved into IBM. In IBM, I spent close to 4 years. In IBM, I worked as an full stack developer, like backend AI developer. So I worked on some products. I built some products, kind of like we say some. Currently, we see the automated document processing kind of things, right, in the bank segment. So I worked on that product. Then into 2 years back, I moved into NCR at Leos. Now it is called as NCR at Leos. I'm working in banking domain, building fraud detection systems, online fraud prevention systems, building and delivering to the clients. This is my short brief introduction. So in today's session, I'll be walking you through about this Python full stack course. So what exactly you will get uh, after learning this course, and what exactly this full stack is, what all the technologies we have in this full stack. Yeah, let's go through the demo. I'm not good at preparing the PPT, just bear with me. So I had some little time, so I prepared this roughly. Yeah, so now I'll be walking you through my slides. So what exactly the full stack is? So we know the stack means like bundle of things put together, then we call it as a stack. So here we come, when it comes to full stack. So in software industry, basically we have 2 types of developers, uh, backend developers, front-end developers. So front-end in the sense, what exactly you see when you open a website, you see you have that feel, look. So that was designed by a front-end engineer. So when coming to the backend, so backend means you don't know the logic behind the code, behind that view. So when you open a Facebook, you see the login page, and when you enter your credentials and when you hit on the login, so then backend logic it goes into authorization, whether this particular user is in the Facebook database or not, whether the person's password and the ID is matching or not. So those logics will be handled in the backend. So where exactly your username and password will be saved, that will be saved in your database. So when we see in a broader picture, UI related things will be handled by the front end developer, and logic kind of things will be handled by the back end developer, and database logics will be handled by the database developer. So in older days, we used to have different developers in different segments. So when what happened is like front end has to be interact with the back end guy has to interact with the database guy. So there used to be a lot of gaps in between these guys, and there used to be a lot of time waste or kind of things like every time backend developer has to wait for the front end developer and discuss about the changes and come back to that. Then there used to be a lot of what you said time waste kind of thing used to be there. So then this popular like full stack developers came into the existence. From the past 5 years, full stack developers are having a lot of demand in the market. So what exactly happened is like when we combine the front end, back end, and the database knowledge, then this full stack guys has been came into the market. So here it's not mandatory to have deep understanding in all these three things. So you might not be a pro in front end, you might not be a pro in back end, you might not be pro in a database things. Here, if you know any one of these uh, in depth, for example, in the backend, let's say we are currently going with the Python. If you know Python's very strong, right? If you are like if you can answer anything in Python, if you are good at writing the logic or maintaining your code properly. So if you are good at writing proper logics, it's okay. And if you are like in front end, it's okay to know about HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Basics would be fine since you are freshers, right? So don't try to deep dive into the technology. My advice would be like learn Python properly, then learn about the front end technologies. Don't go very deep. Why? Because front end is very huge. You have HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, uh, React.js. So in front end we have many things. So if you know the basics, that would be fine. And database also, nowadays in every interviews people are expecting SQL knowledge. So in databases you might be knowing about the MySQL or NoSQL. It's good to have both MySQL and NoSQL. NoSQL in the sense like MongoDB. So for this course, what I am uh, going to explain to you or going to say in the further sessions is like I would be explaining about the UI UX related things and server side logics, database design and integration with the Python. Yeah. So this is an overview of a full stack developer. So what's the role of Python in the stack is like you will be handling all your backend related things, writing the logic, connecting to the database, and from your Python, you will be interacting to the front end also. So nowadays, why people are more interested in learning Python is like Python is very easy to learn, and you have this is an open source language, and you have lots of open source documentations. So whenever you get any in your coding also, whenever if you stuck at any point, you can just go to the Google and ask, or you can go to the documentation and check. So if you learn Python right in the market, you can find many paths. Not only a full stack developer, you can either become a Python developer, backend developer, or Python full stack developer, or you can even go into Python automation. Or if you're still interested, you can go into Python machine learning path. And even with Python, you can become a network security engineer. Even learning with Python, you can go to what we say RPA, crypto kind of related jobs. So now Python is very popular in the market. Earlier Java used to be very popular. Now Python is popular. So for our full stack course, we have chosen this Python. So I already said, right? So Python is very simple. Like whatever you speak, you can write. When coming to Java or other languages, you have some sort of syntaxes, proper syntaxes. You have to follow those syntaxes. If you don't follow any syntax, then you used to get an error. In Python, it's not like that. Whatever you talk, you can write that. Even when you read the code also, it will be very simple. I'll be showing you the code also. It is like a simple English language. So in Python, we have very powerful frameworks in the backend, whatever we use. Uh, Django, which is very popular, so which is used in building large scale applications. So in Django, what's the best thing is like it has all the packages required for building a web application. So yet Django is popular, but Flask is also very popular. Why? Because Flask is very flexible, very simple. So in Flask, what happens is like basically in industry, people prefer using Flask than Django. Uh, like I'm not contradicting it, but people are still using Django, but Flask is very simple. So lightweight applications we can create. So, but the only problem with the Flask is like you have to download the required packages from the what we say Python registry. We have a pip which is called as a package manager for the Python. So from there you have to download all the necessary packages to your project. So this will be a little bit what we say little bit hectic task for a developer. So he has to mention all his packages in a requirement.txt file. Then whenever he runs his code or the application, that requirement.txt will be installing the packages and doing all those kind of stuff. But in Django, we don't have that problem. It will be managing all those package kind of related things. As I said, like Python has a large community in online. So if, whenever you stuck it at any point, you can search or you can write your problems in any online discussion forums and get your problem solved. And Python has like it can be integrated into any ecosystem. It can integrate to a database or it can be integrated to a front-end technology. So you have all ready-made packages. Just you can download and you can see the documentation and you can implement the code in your application. So this is a full stack architecture, as I said. So in the front end, whatever you see that is called as a front end, and you have a that front end logic will be handled by your browser. That might be Chrome, Safari, Mozilla Firefox. So have you ever seen opening Facebook in different browsers and seen like have you any seen any changes? There won't be any changes in the front end. If you open Facebook in Chrome, Safari, or Firefox, everywhere you see same orientation. So that's the beauty of the front end. So you have a web server which will be talking to the application server, where in the application server you will be having all your backend code. So what this backend code does is like it will be talking to your database. So it will be waiting for a request from the client. So whenever it gets a request, that particular logic will be handled by this backend server. Then that server will be talking to the database and it will be taking the required data, and then it will be posting back that particular data to the client. So this is an full stack overview. So in the front end, as I said, we will be using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I haven't mentioned jQuery. jQuery is also very popular. Nowadays, React is becoming very popular, but still there are millions of websites. Still, they are using jQuery. Forget about Vue. I just kept it for an overview purpose. And in the backend, we will be using Python with Django or Flask. Fast API is also nowadays becoming very popular. Uh, if you have time, you can even explore about this Fast API also. So my intention would be whenever a fresher starts his career or whenever a fresher starts like things to learn, right? First learn Python properly from the basics to depth. Depth in the sense like you should be knowing about the Flask and how to handle an API, how to write an API, all those kind of things. So I'll be teaching first Flask, or I'll be advising everyone to learn Flask first. Why? Because that will be very easy. So it won't make you confusing. Then come to Django. In databases, it's your choice. You can learn PostgreSQL, MySQL. Uh, in SQL, you can learn these two things, or one is enough. MySQL is enough. Nowadays, even people are expecting you to know about the MongoDB also. This is a NoSQL database, which is very easy to learn, where you have vectors in your database, and this is also very powerful DB. And in APIs, definitely you should know about REST APIs. Why? Because every application is using REST APIs nowadays. Now people are even interested in implementing the GraphQL also. Please stop me if you have any doubts or anything in between. So these are the tools and technologies which we will be seeing whenever you learn these kind of courses, full stack courses. So in the front end, HTML5 is currently in the market, CSS3, JavaScript, jQuery, and React.js. So React.js is little bit complex to learn, but it's okay. We will be trying to explain you properly this part. In the backend, Python from starting to experience level, I'll be teaching you. Flask and Django also. So Flask I'll be explaining completely, and Django I'll explain basics. Even if you are comfortable after explaining the basics, then we can go and deep dive into this Django also. So databases, as I said, like I'll be walking you through the SQL and NoSQL also, MongoDB also. So yes, even you should be knowing about version controlling tools also. Why? Because whenever, even if you're a fresher, if you go to an interview, people might ask you about any one of the version control tools. That might be Git or GitHub. So you might be knowing about. So basically, Git is like a version control tool. So whenever you come into an industry and you write your code, what happens is like, so you have a registry for your project. You have a registry. Today, if you write some lines of code, so you can't keep it in your laptop. So you will be pushing that code into your project's registry, and tomorrow you come back and you add some other features to that, and again you commit your changes and you push it into your branch, so that rest of your team members will be accessing your code and doing or adding their features. So IDs, the VS Code is very popular nowadays. VS Code is becoming very popular. It's getting lot of extensions. You in VS Code, Python got integrated. So just you can add your extension of Python and write your code in VS Code, and you can uh, work on it. You have terminals, all those things. I'll be showing in the demo. I'm using VS Code. PyCharm. PyCharm is another IDE which is very good. And apart from that, I'll be even showing you Anaconda also. Like Anaconda is very popular for Jupyter Notebook, where machine learning or normal developers, like they write some small piece of code, they execute it there, and they check whether that piece of code is working properly or not. We have cell by cell interaction in Jupyter, whereas in VS Code and PyCharm you have a proper developer console. So this is the learning path. So at first I'll be teaching you the Python fundamentals, and from there to the advanced level of the Python. Then I'll be explaining about Flask and Django, then how to write an API, then the front-end technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and JavaScript framework. Then we will be working on a full stack project where we will be building one or two applications, implementing all the above technologies. Then if you have time, then we can explore React.js, other things, whatever you want. Um Yeah, apart from this, I would even explain you about the Docker and Kubernetes also. Why? Because nowadays every project is being like everyone are using Dockers. They are containerizing their application, and basically Docker is a kind of a virtual environment kind of thing. I'll explain about that in our course. Yeah, coming to the career opportunities, what are the roles I discussed in the starting point only? You can become a full stack developer or backend developer or Django developers or or an automation engineer. If you know Python properly, you can become a Python automation developer or automation guy also. So you might be saying, I am learning Python full stack course. Why should I go for Python automation? uh, Even uh, so now here in since you're fresher, right, you can't wait for what I say, like full stack developer role. So going to the market, put your resumes in on all the online job portals. If you get any Python opportunity, grab that opportunity. After entering into that organization, then you'll be having a lot of time. You can talk to your managers, or you can talk to your Spock, saying that I know this Python full stack, or I learned this. So are there any openings in within the organization? So don't stick to one role and wait for that. So grab whatever opportunity you get, then enter into an organization. Then from there you try to diversify your role. You can even work as a freelance. There are many sites. I will be even helping you uh, in those kind of stuffs also. I'll be helping you in writing a proper resume, and like maintaining your LinkedIn properly, so that if a people, or if a hiring manager sees your LinkedIn profile, right, he can definitely pick your profile. Apart from that, whatever we do in this course, right, I'll be helping you in it to be put in your GitHub, so that you can add your GitHub link into your resume. Whenever any recruiter, if you send your resume, right, they will be seeing your GitHub profile, sorry, GitHub profile, and that will be really good. Like, they will be knowing how intense you are in learning the things, or finding a new role or something like that. Yeah. So as of now, do you have any doubts, or shall we go directly into the demo and come back to doubts clearing session? Uh, I haven't seen any response. Or can you just raise your hands if you are following this demo? Hello. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
అవినాష్ అన్న
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
నేను కాంటాక్ట్ డీటెయిల్స్ తీసుకుంటా 1 బై 1.
Okay. Okay.
ఓకేనా? అవి తీసుకోవచ్చా?
Sorry. Actually, నా mic something issue ఉంది, అందుకే.
డెమో అటెండ్ ఆల్ పర్సన్స్వి కాంటాక్ట్ డీటెయిల్స్ కావాలి నాకు, ఫోన్ నెంబర్స్. మీది
Sure. 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 Sure.
ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ అయిపోతే నేను ప్రొసీడ్ అవుతాను.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. They can drop their details in the chat. Guys, you can drop your details in the chat, so that Madhav will be collecting your details. In the meanwhile, shall we go to the demo? Okay, right. I'll be sharing you a short demo. So I'm using VS Code for this demo.
I am sorry to disturb you, Ravi.
Okay.
Can you please, can you guys please respond to trainer? Whatever is asking, if you have any doubts, please respond to trainer. He doesn't know, right? So you guys are understanding or not. If you have any doubts, please raise your hand and ask to trainer, so that he can explain to you. Okay? Please respond to trainer. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay. Please don't feel hesitate. Like, I'm not your college lecturer or someone. So think that think me as an friend, or your well wisher, or some kind of person. So that, why? Because I also came from your stage. I also had that what we say, uh, kind of some hesitance to ask something to someone. Yeah. So what, in this demo, I'll be showing you a short web application, how I built using Python Flask. So what exactly this is like? So when you click any button, right, it will be counting that particular event. So when I click the click button for the once, it will be counting it for one. When I click it for the second time, it will be keep on adding to it. So before that, I'll be showing you my project structure. So whenever you are in any project, right, you will be having a structure. So where people generally follow this particular structure. So whenever you open your project, you will be having your application or app.py file. So there you have your Python logic, and you have this template, right? In the templates, you have all your HTML related files, and this static, right? Here you have the scripts that might be CSS, JavaScript kind of stuff. So now let's see this HTML file. So all the HTML files will be having this doc type as HTML. So whenever your code sees this particular line, right, it will be understanding uh, that this is an HTML file. Even the .html extension also resembles that this file is an HTML file. So inside this HTML file, we have the tags HTML with the language English, and when it has this backslash, right, there it will be knowing that this is the end of that your HTML page. So when we expand it, in all the HTML pages, we have head and a body. So inside the head, we have the meta related information, and in the head, I'm having a click counter, which is a title. So that is being resembled as a title within the title tag. So this link ref, right? So this will be referring to the style sheets. So style sheets are something like we add some beautiful colors, look and feel to the HTML page. For that, we will be referring to this style sheet. So where it is, it's referring to href. So in static folder, we have styles.css. So this is the folder name. As I said, right, we have a folder called as static. Inside that, we have styles.css. So now we are in styles.css. So here you see, right? So what format, what is the font style we are going to use, font color, font size, similarly background color, and the button color. So all these things will be specifying in styles.css. Okay, now let's go back to this index.html. We are done with the head, right? Similarly, we have a body to the page also. When we expand this, in the body we have divs. As of now, I have given only one div. We can have multiple divs also. Div is like a division in a page. So this particular div is like it has the counter, like click counts. So in the div, I have given mouse click count, and this particular for this particular button, we are even giving one ID. So total counts will be coming from the counter. Initially, it will be 0. So this div also has a script. So that count won't easily come and updating here, right? For that, we need a script. So for this particular script, we are having a JavaScript file. So that is in the static folder again. So when we expand this and see the script folder, right? So here we have add event listener. So in basically in JavaScript, we have DOMs. These things will be handling the events. So what it does is like it goes to document.getElementID, and it will be going to this particular click button. We have here ID, right? Click button. So here we have different functions. Initially, it will fetch the count. After fetching the count, it will be like it will go back to your Python code, and it will be finding for this particular slash count function. From there, it will be getting the count. After getting the count, it will be updating in this particular function. Now let's go back to this app.py. So what I'm doing while writing my code, at first in Python, this is the format of importing any package from your package management registry from Flask. Flask is a package. From Flask, I'm importing Flask. From in Flask only you have read template. This will be reading your HTML and JSONify. So this will be understanding your JSON content. Initially, I'm using my Flask, and the name of the application is name. So this is my variable. App is a Flask variable. You see, when I highlight, when I hover over it, it's saying that app is a variable of Flask. So my count initially it is 0. Yeah. So you have seen, right? Whenever we load the URL, we will be getting the index.html page. So this will be loading. Whenever we load our web page, we see the count as 0. Okay. After that, when you click the button, so this click event will be coming into the picture. So this what kind of an event this is? So whenever you get a request from there, so this is a post event. So this will be accumulating the count for the first click. 0 will be incremented by 1. That will be returned in the form of JSON format. Okay. And in the second time also, again when you click, right, count will be getting incremented. So this will be coming into the picture. I forgot to say you one thing. So this is the main of your Python program. So if name, right, name in the sense my Flask, and this is the main function. So whenever you write your Python program, this block has to be there. So when we run our application in the server, right, so that will be checking for this particular main. So app.run, so it will be calling this application, it will be running it. I think you uh, followed my code, right? So now let's try to run and see. So this is my terminal. In VS Code, we will be having terminal here itself. So that is a good part in VS Code. One second. Before that, let me refresh my page. Yeah, now I'm starting my application. So basically we start Python applications using, like, we give a string called as Python and then our file name. File name is app.py. Okay. So when I hit right, so it started the Flask. See, serving Flask app as app. So debugging mode is on. So our application is running on this particular URL. Okay. So when you hit on your HTML page, you will be getting our HTML page. So this is the body and this is the div. Inside the div, we have mouse click counter as a title. So this is our button and total count will be incremented here. So now shall we see what happens when we click this? So see, in the console as of now, we got this HTTP request, static request. See, style sheet has been accessed, JavaScript has been accessed. So get request, it is 200. So when I click it, my count got incremented. See, in the backend, post call has been sent to the server. So it comes to this particular click event. Here the increment will be happening. Similarly, when I click it again, the count will be increasing. The second post request has been went to the server and the count increment has been happened. So this is a short demo. Further, we can even integrate to a database. We can store this click events in a database also. So due to the infrastructure related things, I haven't added any databases right now. I want to show you a short demo. I don't want to make you feel something big. And even whenever you see any web page, right, you can even inspect any web page. The good thing in the front end, right, if you go to any website, you can access their code, HTML, CSS, JavaScript kind of thing. But you can't access any backend code. So if you find any beautiful website anywhere, you can learn seeing how exactly they have written their HTML code. So how you can do is, like, you have an inspect in all the browsers. If you click this inspect, right, you can see your HTML code. See, we have just now I have explained, right? See, if you hover here, it will be showing what is the div, where is the div started, and what exactly this where exactly is my heading 1 and where exactly is my button, and inside the button I have my total clicks also. So it will be showing you, right? So you can see HTML code of any page. If you want, I can show you, for example, let's say Flipkart. Yeah, if you want to see the HTML of this particular Flipkart page, you can go and inspect. You can see entire HTML code here. If you want, you can copy and you can modify and you can create your own website also from this. Yeah, that's it from my demo. If you have any doubts from this demo, you can ask me, or if you have any other thoughts or about any uh, career paths or about the course content. Actually, I forgot to share you the course content. I have some problem with my WhatsApp. I couldn't download the course content. Um, Let me check once again. No, I don't have. Or else I'll read it. Is that okay for you? Or else I can take help from Madhav so that he can share his screen. From there I can take it over. Hello.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Can you share the course content? Like share your screen so that I'll explain to them. Yeah. Thank you. Open this. Open this. Yeah. 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 So can you scroll down to the second page? Yeah. So initially we'll be starting with the Python. So I'll be explaining about you the Python basic concepts. Next page. In the module 1, we'll be covering Python. So advanced Python topics, where we'll be talking about iterators, lambda expressions, list comprehensions, generators, map and reduce kind of things. From there, we'll be going into the object-oriented programming in Python. So most of them you might be learned in your BTech. Class, objects, methods, static variables, non-static variables. And then we'll be going into front-end technologies, HTML, CSS, basic tags in HTML, elements in HTML, CSS, how to add styles to your websites, how to add animations. Uh, yeah, next page, next page. Yeah, stop, stop. Even Bootstrap also. Then in the module 3, we will be talking about Django framework. Django framework with Postgres or MySQL, anything is okay. But I want to teach you Flask first. Why? Because since you're freshers, I don't want you to learn some harder topic first. When you are familiar with Flask, right, Django will be easy for you. Even when you go to interviews, right, if you say to an interviewer saying that I know Python, Flask, and Django, interviewer might be interested in asking you to write or asking you to explain something about Flask. So nowadays in interviews, right, interviews are interested in you asking or to write a code also. So they might be asking you to, can you write a small Flask application and show it to me? So when you are familiar with Flask, right, you can easily write a code and show it to them. So most of them might not ask a Django or something code to write them and show. They might be asking you about various functions in a Django. That's it. Now let's go to the next slide. Yeah, so in the front end, JavaScript, as I said, JavaScript is definitely needed to learn. Typescripting, yeah, this is also needed. So this is also not that hard, that can be learned easily. Shall we go to the next slide? Yeah, React.js. So React.js will be little bit difficult when compared to all other things. So there we have to spend some time to learn it. Yeah, that's it. Apart from that, I'll be explaining you about the Git and GitHub, and Docker. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And I'll be helping you in writing your resume and LinkedIn profiles also. Um yeah, that's it. And now I'm open for any sort of doubts from your end. In the meanwhile, you can drop your uh, name or contact details or email IDs in the chat so that Madhav will be collecting them and reaching back to you.
Screen sharing stop చేయనా?
Okay. So if you like this session, just raise your hand. Oh, thank you.
Hi, Anush.
Yeah, hi.
I have a doubt. Is there any recordings or materials provided by the after this course?
I think yes. Madhav will be providing the recordings also, right?
ఎస్ అన్న మన రికార్డింగ్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తామన్న ఒక లింక్ ఇస్తాము. లింక్ క్లాసెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఓన్లీ
Okay.
ఎవరైతే జాయిన్ అవుతారో వాళ్ళకే యాక్సెస్ ఉంటుంది.
Okay. Don't worry about the material. So
Okay.
I'll try to gather some materials. Apart from that, like in each and every session, I'll be sharing you some online resources also. So from where I learned. So I think that will be helpful for you also.
Okay. Thank you.
For your doubts, right? Like when we like most of the classes will be online only. So for the doubts clearing part also, I'll be sharing you my personal email where you can drop your doubts there, or in the weekends I'll be coming to this InWin solutions to address your doubts. We have a question from Lakshmi. What she says is like duration for this course. So basically, my thought was 120 hours. Mother, correct me if I'm wrong. So the duration of this course, like how many hours you are planning?
అన్న మీ సైడ్ మీకే చెప్పండి అన్న.
Basically, 90 to 120 days. Yeah, within 90 to 120 hours, we can complete this. So since I am a working professional and you are like uh, you might you might be I think
ఏ సడన్ గా
sorry. Okay.
కార్ కనిపించింది నేను ఇవ్వాలి 6 రోజుల తర్వాత మళ్ళీ రాట
Oh, sorry. Okay. So what I'm thinking is like every day 1 hour would be fine. So I don't want to take your weekends. Why? Because weekends everyone might be busy in their things, right? So in weekends we can go for a 6 hours class, but I think you might not be comfortable with that. So my plan was during the weekends every day 1 hour class. So we'll be covering a few topics in that 1 hour. So my thought was during the weekends. So we can discuss about the sessions also. So but 120 hours is needed.
Yeah, it's almost near about 3 months, Avi. So we can, as you said, like we can do sessions, timings, and all those things later. Okay.
Okay.
Later.
Since this is the first batch, right? This will be like an experiment kind of thing. So actually, I used to teach to industry people, like in my organization, to my peers. This is the first time I am teaching to some fresher, or I am teaching to some initial experience guys. So I'm also a little bit excited. So I just want to uh, make it little bit beautiful and easier to you also, so that you should not repent after taking this course. So you should not repent saying that why I took this course, why did I waste my 120 hours. So
Okay,
I'll be taking.
teaching wise,
Sorry, yeah,
this is first
yeah.
time for you, but as per our experience,
Uh,
I know that
yeah,
how you are
outside people,
talented.
yeah, yeah. So I worked with Suresh Hari in HCL for 2 years. Yeah, we are in a same product.
Exactly, exactly.
That was my initial career where I was transforming myself from Java to JavaScript and this Python and machine learning stuff.
So you have given so many value adds to HCL as well. So that's what I prefer you for this training week. So I I will actually Avi is a very talented person. Like he worked with me in my earlier project, and we know about him. And he just as from fresher, like he learned so many things. And right now he is expert into the Python. So I think you can get good training from him as well, and also like real time scenarios also will be going to explain in the future. So I will request to everyone to join this course as early as possible, and try to get the knowledge from Adi. Thank you for all. Thank you so much.
And one advice from me for you is like, so don't compare yourself with other people since you're freshers, right? Uh, I think you can hear me, right? Sorry.
Yeah,
Hello.
we're hearing you. Yeah,
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 one
we're able
second,
to
one
hear
second.
you.
Let me off my Bluetooth. Yeah, since you're freshers, right? You're trying to transition into your career into this Python, right? Don't compare with yourself with anyone. Just start learning with simple things. Then, when you're comfortable with those simple things, try to go for the complex things. So basics has to be very strong. Whether you are in this course or whether you are in any place, first make sure your basics are very strong. Then go for the advanced topics. So like since you're freshers, right? Interviewer won't force you to say some complex things. They will be giving you some simple things. They will be asking you about some data structures or some algorithms and write some simple code. So even after learning the course also, if you don't answer them properly, then you might be losing your chances. So wherever you are, just make sure your basics are very good. You understand them properly. If you don't understand, go back, ask your trainer, or go back to internet and search about them. Get good content and make sure you don't forget the basics. It's okay to forget the complex things, but basics has to be remembered for quite a long time. Yeah, that's it from my end.
I think Jyoti has raised the hand. Is there anything, something to ask Jyoti from your side to Avi?
నో నో అన్న ఇందాక అన్న డౌట్ అడిగాడు ఎలా ఉంది క్లాస్ అన్నప్పుడు గైడ్ చేయమంటే అప్పుడు గైడ్ చేశాడు.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Madhav is going to get the details. So please request you to share your details
యా
in the
ఓకే
chat
అన్న.
or
యా అవి అన్న
one by one you
తీసుకోవచ్చా?
can give details.
యా అట్టి లక్ష్మీ రాజేశ్వరి. లక్ష్మీ రాజేశ్వరి.
Yeah, Pencil Kumar has shared his contact number.
ఎం బ్రహ్మం. Ishita Jahnavi Reddy. Koti Katyusha. S. Pranay.
So we can start our actual classes from Monday, right? So we also have to create one group for these guys, whoever is joining to our Invin. So we will share you all the details and also add you in that group. And we can also provide the session details for the actual classes from Monday. Is it okay, Avi?
Jahnavi Reddy, can you please give me the contact details? Jahnavi Reddy.
Yes, sir.
Can you please give me your number?
Okay, sir.
Please text in chat.
Avi, I think you are mute. Hello.
Lakshmi Rajeswari. Lakshmi Rajeswari. Koti. Who is Koti? Koti. కోటి వినిపిస్తుందా? లక్ష్మీ రాజేశ్వర్ గారు.
Lakshmi and Koti, can you please share your numbers in the chat? As everyone has given already. Can you please guys share your numbers in the chat? Hello. Hello, Koti.
Hello, nah.
Oh, Koti. Okay, you are fine, Koti. Yeah, I have his number, Madhav. I will share.
Okay, no, okay. Lakshmi Rajeshwari Garu, can you please respond? Lakshmi Rajeshwari Garu, can you please respond?
Okay, fine. Let them share the Madhav. Avi, what I'm saying, like from Monday, we are going to start our actual classes, right? So once
Monday.
once these guys,
Okay.
yeah. We
Okay.
also create one group for this particular technology in a full stack Python team, so that we also share all the details in the group every day, whatever we are getting training from trainer as well, and what other topics are covered and what we are going to cover. That is going to be shared in our group from
Okay.
Monday onwards. Okay. We are going to create group today now, and also let you guys know from Monday, like at what time we are going to start the classes. Is it clear for everyone? Okay, Avi. Yeah. Is there anything to tell, Avi? To share anything in this class?